I'm Alexander Suriajani at 6:41 August 13th. I'm Alexander Suriajani. So these kids who act like, oh, it's a human programming experiment, which is illegal, by the way, or a movie, which is illegal because they're holding me hostage in a movie I didn't sign up to be in, um, or they got a hand with their human programming experiment, or what else? Or what else are they telling people? He's psychotic. Entertain this. One, why is there such an emotional attachment to everything I say on YouTube? One, if I'm psychotic, why does anyone give a fuck what a psychotic guy says? Why are they so worried about a psychotic guy? He's psychotic. No one believes him. He's psychotic. If it's a human programming experiment, he's programmed. Why does anyone care? Why are they so worried about my words and the things I say? Why do they spend so much time and attention paying attention to every little thing I think and every little thing I say? What are they worried about? If it's a movie, what do they care about my acting? If I'm programmed, what do they care about a programmed human being and what he says? Three, if I'm psychotic, why do they give a fuck about a psychotic guy's delusions? And spend so much time and effort trying to make people forget the things I say, the things I tell them, making so many go out of their way to make so many people not pay attention to the things I say. Why do they have such a loathing and animosity towards the brown man? Why are they so worried about a little psychotic guy? And why would they give a fuck what I write to law enforcement, a psychotic guy? They're like, the guy's psychotic. Who cares what he writes? He's just sharing his delusions with us. Why are they so worried about the psychotic guy's delusions? Why are they so worried about a delusion you instilled in a program person? Why are they so worried about it? He's programmed. So why are they spending so much time and effort digesting every little thing I say, every word I speak, and why they even retaliate and get enraged? Why would I even get enraged about a psychotic guy's delusions? Or a program guy's delusion that they programmed into him? Why would they get so enraged by it? Why would they give a fuck about someone they claim has zero credibility when he tells law enforcement if he's psychotic, programmed, and delusional? Or what he tells law enforcement in a movie, if it's a movie, which is not. Why would they hire people to stalk me and monitor me 24/7 and repeatedly lie about it? These kids are still stalking me and monitoring me 24/7. Bet my life on it. Why would they have armies of people stalking me and monitoring me 24/7, literally reacting with slander, threats, manufactured evidence to random bullshit I say out loud in my room, not on a phone? Why are they all trying to frame a psychotic program guy? Why are they so intimidated by a psychotic program guy? And then why do they all want a psychotic program guy's letters and information, analysis and ideas? And how the hell does a psychotic program guy who knows nothing about computers get a hold of their ideas, analysis, etc.? Because I have the computer skills of a biology major, which are not. You only take like one class in biology major for computers. And then I was in med school, so I didn't have any time to learn computers. So let's keep that in mind. So now I'm able to hack certain Zos and tech gurus with zero computer knowledge. I can just hack these guys. While other people like spend years to learn how to do that. I can just randomly hack the government with literally no computer skills at all. God, let's use our brains here. But yeah, no, probably not. Oh, I can hack Sony as they were claiming at one point. Yeah, no, can't hack at all. Don't know anything about computers. Bet my life. I know I use reason and logic and reason through a process and analyze stuff. But if you look at my ideas, if you actually see my real ideas, very little jargon. That's what I've been saying. The way you know I make my ideas for my mind and they're not made by experts, it's because there's no jargon. Experts know jargon. They know cell membrane. They know phosphatidylinositol. They know phospholipid bilayers. Like a biology major would know certain jargon. Computer science guys know like microprocessors and know what they are. They know I can't even think of any goddamn, but they know what binary is. That's my extent of computer science jargon. Binary. Yeah, so I know a little, barely anything, if anything, that you pick up in a book in a class. You read about like one. Yeah, don't know these terminology that computer science guys would use. So if you look at my ideas, there's none of that jargon in there. It's just someone reasoning through a process. So don't fall for any of these kids' bullshit. They make so much bullshit up, it's scary. Like my safety net idea. It's just someone reasoning through a process and just using critical thinking and reasoning and logic. And almost like creating a puzzle. Oh, But yeah, so never fall for that. My ideas are not made by experts. They're made by me, and I have limited computer understanding. I just know how to reason through something and think about how something works. But yeah, if I'm psychotic or a program guy, why are these guys trying to sue a psychotic guy? What kind of scumbag tries to sue a psychotic guy for writing to law enforcement? He's psychotic. What are they so worried about? We got to sue the little psychotic guy. He's out of touch with reality. We're suing for everything. Yeah, why does everyone want to sue a random psychotic guy all the time? What piece of shit human would sue a psychotic guy? He was making fun of me in the psych ward. I was in one of his delusions. I want to sue the little psychotic guy, the defenseless psychotic guy out of touch with reality. Who the hell wants to sue a psychotic guy who just has delusions? Why would anyone want to sue a psychotic guy? Let's just analyze that. What kind of human being what type of decent human would want to sue a poor psychotic guy out of touch with reality, or a poor program person out of touch with reality? If they claim I'm programmed, which I'm not either. That's just not real. They just blackmail, bribe, threaten, abuse covertly, or blackmail people who are terrorists and evildoers into behaving programs. But what kind of piece of shit guy would want to sue a psychotic guy? And what kind of piece of shit human would do that? Someone with zero respect for human life and zero credibility, because they probably know I'm not psychotic. Because what decent human would sue a psychotic guy? Or saying random shit on Twitter or on YouTube. And I don't even really use names on YouTube. And then why are they stalking a psychotic guy? Who would go out of their way to stalk and monitor 24/7 for 5 years and 6 months a psychotic guy and know every letter he writes to law enforcement? Who the hell would spend 5 years and 6 months of their life stalking a psychotic guy who writes letters to law enforcement? Who would actually hire terrorists to stalk him and eat up and digest every word he writes to law enforcement, waiting to sue the psychotic guy? Let's use our brains here. They know I'm not psychotic, and they know the things I'm saying are true. And the reason they react is because I'm dropping truth, not delusions. Think about it. Use your brain. What piece of shit motherfucker would ever sue a psychotic guy? And what are these guys so worried about? And then also analyze this. What kind of piece of shit motherfucker would sue a guy reporting things that threaten fucking humanity and endanger the globe? New age mind slavery, terrorism, RICO, organized crime, illegal weapons manufacturing and distribution. What kind of piece of shit motherfucker would sue a global hero? A guy trying to aid humanity and fight against things that threaten humanity. What kind of piece of shit would try to sue that guy? Doing his best, reporting as objectively as possible. If you see my real DOJ letter, untampered with, such as the part where I say, this is what I'm told via telepathy. I'm not sure what's true. This is what I'm told. The validity of such I'm unsure of. I'm just reporting it because it sounds like terrorism, blah, blah, blah. There's a land of deceit and deception, impersonation, blah, blah, blah. I leave for experts to figure out. What kind of guy would want to sue that guy? Trying to report to the best of his ability about technology that less than 0.0001% of the world's population may know about. And he's just doing his best and doing his duty as a human being and carrying out his moral obligations to humanity, society, etc., as well as to himself. What kind of person would sue that guy or even think of suing him, let alone hire terrorists to stalk him 24/7, gobbling up every letter he writes to law enforcement, trying to orchestrate a slander lawsuit? Well, it's not even slander, key point, because saying suspects who are suspects, which is true that they are suspects, is not slander. Another key point. So go ponder that. That's a really weird one. Who would sue a guy trying to help humanity? One, in a realm of misinformation and being implanted with stuff and just trying to do his best to make sure humanity's safe. Who would sue that guy? Two, who would sue a random fucking psychotic guy? Three, who the hell would stalk a random psychotic guy and stalk a guy sending his delusions to law enforcement and spend money, time, and effort even entertaining or worrying about it for 5 years and 6 months, stalking him 24/7? Who would even do that? Let's use our brains. Praise Jesus. And yeah, what kind of piece of shit human would try to sue a random delusional psychotic guy? Or a victim of MK Ultra like human programming experiments, who's a victim of Joseph Mengele monsters? What piece of shit would sue a victim of the fucking Holocaust? Illegal weapons testing and more. Who would sue a victim who's suffering, who's being slowly murdered? What kind of piece of shit human would do that? Let's use our brains. Praise Jesus.